I'm going to share something with all of you. In 2015, we went on a family vacation to Malaysia. It was a wonderful trip and we had lots of fun. We happened to meet a lot of new people, and in particular, we met this amazing couple, brother Joshua Hilmi and his wife, Sister Ruth Sitapu. We stayed with them and enjoyed having long conversations with brother Joshua, and we relished the delicious delicacies prepared by Sister Ruth, his wife. And we visited few places in Malaysia along with them. So after our vacation was over, we returned back to our home country, India. And then life went on as usual. Suddenly, one day, we heard the most shocking news that he and his wife went missing. They were last reported to have taken their car and have left home, but no one knew their whereabouts. And we were extremely upset and deeply saddened, but there was a ray of hope that they would be found. Slowly, days became months and months became years. No news about the missing couple, Pastor Joshua and his dear wife, Pastor Ruth. Everyone who loved them kept searching everywhere with a heavy heart and a hope to see them again. But unfortunately, it was all in vain. According to media reports, it was suspected that they were abducted by a group of people belonging to other communities who hated them and their good works. Actually, Brother Joshua was a Muslim, and most people hated him because he accepted Christ. He has left a post in his Facebook profile on September 26th, 2016. That's 2 months before he went missing. I would like to read a few lines from his post. Here it goes. My name is Joshua, and I was Muslim. One day, while I was inside my car, I started to ponder about who invented this car. The answer is Sir Henry Ford, and he is Christian. Who invented electric bulb? The answer is Sir Thomas Edison, and he is also Christian. Who invented the airplane? The answer is Oliver and Wilbur Wright, and they are Christians. If we look around, we can see all the technologies come from the Christians. How come these technologies do not come from Muslim, Hindu or Buddhist? The clothes we are wearing and its design come from the Christians. I went to the bookshop and bought the book with the title The History of Jesus Christ. After I read the book, I found that Jesus did not do anything wrong. Until he was nailed on the cross, he still forgave the people who tortured him to death. From then on, I started to tell myself, I did not care whether Jesus was God or not, but the important thing for me to do was to follow him. I must obey his teaching. This was Brother Joshua's post. Talking about Sister Ruth, she's a very loving and a very cheerful lady. She was also a pastor. Her interests lie in serving others wholeheartedly, and her hobbies are cooking and gardening. What have they done to be abducted? All they did was heal the brokenhearted, pray for people who were sick, and comfort those in sorrow. They provided care and comfort into the lives of people who were desperate, lonely, rejected, suffering in sorrow and pain. Many people were blessed by them. People saw beyond. They saw the love and kindness of Christ in this couple and accepted Christ willingly. Because many accepted Christ willingly through them, they were disliked by people of other communities who eventually may have abducted them. This reminds me of a verse in Exodus. Exodus 1:12 says, The more they were oppressed, the more they multiplied and spread. This verse holds true. The two people who were silenced are the seeds to raise a multitude to continue where they left. Many have risen up boldly to continue the very same work this couple were doing. This work of kindness is unstoppable because it is not the work of men, but it is the work of God. Now, are we angry with the people who abducted them? If indeed they were abducted, as media reports say? No, we're not. We're not angry or upset with them. Are we expecting justice from the authorities who are investigating on this case? The investigation is still going on. If justice is served, it's good. But even if justice is not served in these worldly systems, where many a times injustice takes the upper hand, we're not going to be worried about it because our Lord is a Lord of justice Himself. So we're just going to leave the work to Him because He is the best judge. Are we going to see them again? Well, we're not sure about that. We're not sure if we're going to see them again in this world. But we are very confident that we will meet them again in our heavenly home. I want to conclude this by saying that we really love you and miss you, Pastor Joshua and dear Sister Ruth. This video is dedicated to you on behalf of all your loved ones. Meet you in heaven.